All right, today I'll be talking about a book called Becoming a Person of Influence by John Maxwell. And it's a really great book because John is a leadership expert. He's been writing on leadership for years, and he has a lot of experience in helping others become leaders. Today I'll be talking specifically about solving problems as a leader. And so the first thing John talks about is detecting problems early on. And he quotes Arnold Glasso, who says, "One of the tests of leadership is to recognize a problem before it becomes an emergency." And so as a leader, you want to become good at detecting issues early on and solving them so that they don't become a much bigger issue. Number two is seeing problems as opportunities. So in 1962, they did this really cool study called Cradles of Eminence, where they looked at 413 exceptionally gifted people and tried to see like a common thread that existed in their lives. And the most outstanding fact they found was that almost all of them, 392 out of 413, had to overcome very difficult obstacles in order to become the person they were today. So, what authors concluded is that these problems became opportunities rather than obstacles. And I think that's relevant to us because I know like for me, sometimes I see obstacles as potentials for failure. But when you look at highly successful people, it's just more of an opportunity for growth or a learning experience. So I think that's important for all of us to keep in mind. The third thing John Maxwell talks about is he says that there's two main keys to leadership and solving a problem. The first is making choosing the simple option over the more complex option. So sometimes we try to come up with these highly complex solutions that actually can create more issues than what we want. And oftentimes the simple solution is going to be the more effective and efficient answer. The second thing, and he quotes Thomas J. Watson Jr., who is the former head of IBM, who believes that solving problems quickly is essential to making progress. And he says, solve it quickly, right or wrong. If you solve it wrong, it'll come back and slap you in the face, and then you can solve it right. However, if you are just lying dead in the water, then you're absolutely going to fail because you failed to make a decision. And then lastly, John Maxwell talks about a four-step solution that management expert Ken Blanchard talks about in one of his books, where he says, the first thing is thinking about the problem in order to make it specific. So the more details you have on an issue, on a problem, the more you can get a more clear picture of what's going on and your solutions of how to overcome that issue. The second thing is forming theories to solving it. The third is forecasting the consequences of carrying out the issues. So if I go with this theory, then I will have this consequence. So once you play it all out in your head and kind of visualize all of the possible solutions you can make, it kind of helps give you a bigger picture of what's the best solution. And then number four, choosing which method to use based on the big picture. So once you have the whole picture in front of you and your overall desired outcome, it should make the decision making process a little bit easier. And of course, make a decision and make it quickly. So that's it for today. I hope that helps.